Hello, it's warm welcome to you. I am Nikesh, and in this video I will show you how to create your own custom function, and with the help of this function we'll able to do different kind of data analysis on IPL datasets. Suppose you are a data analyst and your task is to find the batsman who scored the most run in 2024. So that kind of analysis can be done with the help of this function, and inside this function I add different kind of parameter which help to do filter on our data sets. So already I have written some question for this function. So let's see how to create your own function. But you must have the idea about your data sets. Means you these are the features in our datasets, IPL datasets. So whenever you do analysis, you must have the idea about your features. Okay, so I have already worked on this dataset. That's why I have basic idea about all these features. So whenever you have to create your function, you have to use a keyword called def, and after that you have to give the name of your function. My function name is batsman stats, and the first parameter is a data frame, means data I need, and the second is I want to filter my data based on the season. There are multiple season, and that's why I need a parameter season range. It is a tuple I need. It is a type of actually annotation, okay, hint. So what kind of attribute you need at the time of the calling your function, okay. And suppose there is a specific season. There is a specific season, then I just need a int, and another parameter I need for my data is over, okay, over range. Over range also belongs to between two. Suppose if you want to analyze this in the power play, means first over to sixth over, okay. Tuple, because tuple is faster than list. That is the reason why I'm using tuple, not in list, okay. If you want, you can also use list in the place of tuple, but tuple are immutable, and immutable data types are generally faster than a mutable data types. Tuple, and I also want to filter my database on the inning. If you have a domain knowledge of cricket, then we know that in test there are 4 inning, okay. Each team has 2 inning, but in IPL and T20, means T20 and ODI, there are only 2 innings in, and its value also known. So now I have to arrange it. Before arranging it is a kind of annotation which give a hint, okay. Let me rearrange it properly. So it's data frame, and it is a doc string. Whenever you create your own custom function, it's much necessary to give detail the all the details information in doc string. So for the time, I'm just giving this function data frame, okay. So now I have to filter my data based on my parameter. indentation we must have to follow properly. So now my first filter is based on the season. If it is my first condition, if season range means if season range parameter is not empty, then filter my data. So there is a column called season which has all the season value in all season. Yes, it is a season, and between, let me for first write the code, then I will explain. So whenever you call a function, at that time you have to provide a input season range. Okay, mistake. You have to provide a season range, and inside this season range you have to provide two values. Suppose you want to analyze your data based on 2002 to 2024, then you have to provide 2002 to 2024. Then these two value are stored in this two variable, and based on this two variable we have to filter our data. So my first condition is completed. And if my second condition, suppose if you want to analysis not between the season, suppose you want to analysis on a specific season, means 2024 2023, at that kind, at at that kind you have to filter our data. So sorry, if specific season means if specific season parameter is not empty, then simply I have to filter my data. And it's equal to simply my second filter is also completed. Now I have to filter my data based on over. In over also there are two value tuples I've used, means if you want to analyze your data based on death over over 15 to over 20, for that also I have to filter my data. Okay, if over range parameter is not empty, then I got two parameter from two value from our over range parameter. Okay, so start over and over, and these two value I will get from over range. Okay, now I have to filter my data frame based on this filter, based on this condition. So filter data, and there is a column called over which has all the value of over, and simply between start over and end over. Okay, and over. So my third condition is also completed, and there is a fourth condition which is inning. So suppose if inning is not empty, if inning, then simply to inning, and there is a column inning. Okay, my fourth condition is also completed, and now I have to apply my logic. To calculate the total run, first I have to group by my data frame. Okay, so let's see how to do it. How to do filter data dot group by. I have to group by my whole dataset based on the batsman. Means there is a column called batter. Okay, and after grouping my data sets based on batter, then I have to count the total run. Yes. So for that, I just have to first inside this add function, I have to provide my column name total runs. Okay, and then you have to provide a tuple. Inside this tuple, we have to provide the column which has a run of each batsman. So in my case, their column is batsman runs, and inside this tuple, you have to provide what kind of aggregation function you need. In my case, I need some. I want the total. Okay, total of each batsman. Yes, it is done now. And so when you apply reset, it's a convert your filter data to a data frame. That is the reason why I am using final data is a variable, and simply. So I think my coding part is completed. Let's see if there any error or not in my function. Some error is open. Reset in this data frame has not triggered. Let's see. Yes. Why is taking so much time? Yes. Now I'm able to receive my data based on my filter, and now I'll show you how to. So our first question in 2024 IPL, which find the top 10 batsmen who scored the most run in first inning. So let's see with the help of this function how we solve this question. IPL is my data sets, and I have to season, specific season, and it in my case it's 2024. I want to find those batsmen who scored the most run in 2024 IPL, and also in the first inning. Okay, and over is not, so I have to provide inning is one, first inning, and I have to sort by sort value by totals run, and ascending is equal to false. Okay, and I only need 10 batsmen. So Virat Kohli has scored 470 in 2024 IPL, and also in the first inning. Okay, so let me store this data in a variable mdf. Okay, and now I will show you how to visualize this information. Okay, so for visualization I use matplotlib and c1. C1 at SNS. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. mdf sns.bar plot, and my data is, first you have to provide the data in c1, and in my x-axis I need totals run, and in y-axis I need batsman name, basically PA, and I need so this, it is completed, yes, and let's see. Yes, I'm able to visualize my data, but I want to make it more attractive. So simply, first I want to add the titles, and also I need a count of total run, means total run score by the batsman in the right side of this bar. So let's see how to solve this. For so totals run and dot tags. Let's see first. Oh, sorry. Yes, it is good now, and also I have to change my fig lever. Yes, it is good now, and I have to add my title. So it's totally understandable with the visual presentation. Okay. Virat Kohli scored 470 and he's the top. He's the first batsman who scored the most run, and Gaikwad was the second batsman, and Head was the third batsman. So for my first question is completed, and my second question is, in IPL season, find the top 10 batsmen who scored the most run in second inning. So this time I have to analyze which batsman scored the most run in second inning. So I have to change the inning param attribute. Now it is a second, and I have to store. So Yashasvi Jaswal was the batsman who scored the most run in second inning. Means these are the batsmen who score run in pressure time. Suppose if you are batting in a second inning, if you are batting in second inning means you have a pressure to chase the target. Okay, that's me. So I have to visualize this. Simply I copy this code and I have to provide my have to change my data frame this time. Okay. In first in second inning. Let's see. Okay. I have to store this first in this variable, and if I now run, then I will. Why it is like this? Okay, actually it is because I have to change. Also provide the data frame. So now it is right. Yashasvi Jaswal has scored 354 and he is first batsman. And in second, Sanjung Samsung 333 and Rohit Sharma 322. Let's see our third question in IPL 2024. IPL season. Find the top 10 batsmen who scored the most run in power play. So this time we have to filter our data sets based on power play. Power play means starting 6 over. Okay. So there is no inning attribute required now. In over range, I have to provide a tuple. Inside this tuple I have to provide two. Mm, Starting over is 0 and 5. Okay, let's see. This is my filter based on the power play. Yes, in power play, Head was the batsman who scored the most run, which is 402, and Virat Kohli scored 373. Abhishek Sharma scored 343, and Far Duplessis also has scored 300 plus. And you can these are all the batsmen who scored the most run in IPL 2024 and also in power play. So after this, let's see how to visualize this data. Also, I have to store this data in a template. And copy this. I have to change top 10 batsmen who scored the most run in power play. And let's see it's working or not. Yes. Also, I'm this time I will show you how to add some font no, I need font weight. Now it's looking more attractive. Okay, let's come to the next question. in in IPL 2024 season, find the top 10 batsmen who scored the most run in death over this time and also in the first inning. Okay, death over means I have to filter my data 14 and 19, and there is another in my death over filter is done. Now I have to fill inning. So this time I have to provide inning is equal to first inning. So in that over, N Puran, Andrew Russell, stops, and Dinesh Karthik, Klassen. These are the batsmen who scored the most run in that over. Okay, so let's me store this data frame in a variable called df death over. So to change top 10 batsmen who scored the most run in, let's see, and Puran 184 run his score in power in that over, Andrew Russell 169. So these are the top 10 batsmen who score the most run in power play. I mean in that over.